welcome to my video. I hope all of you are doing well today. So today I want to talk about something that is actually so close to our daily life, especially as a student. But before that, let me introduce myself first. My name is Marctazha Castell Bunga Githa, and you can simply call me Castell. I'm an English education student from Tanjung Pura University, and I'm from class B2 or PPAPK. So, as a student, learning English is something that I do almost every day, and sometimes it can be challenging, especially when it comes to speaking. But thank God, in this digital era, we are surrounded by technology that can really help us learn in more interesting and flexible way. So because of that, I start to explore different ways of learning English using technology, and I found some experience that I think is worth to sharing. So in this video, I'm gonna share my thoughts and experience about learning English and practice speaking with the help of technology. I hope this video can get useful and interesting for you. So let's get started. So as I mentioned before, technology plays such a big and important role in learning, especially in this digital era. One of the technologies that is becoming very popular today is artificial intelligence or AI. I have personally tried several AI tools such as Meta AI, Gemini, and ChatGPT. However, the one that I use the most and I like the most is ChatGPT. The first time when I used ChatGPT was when I was in 3rd grade of high school. At the time, ChatGPT becoming so popular and I curious about how it works. So I decided to download it and try it by myself. After trying it for the first time, I found ChatGPT is really helpful and interesting. Then I have continued using ChatGPT as one of the AI tools that supports my learning process until now. There are times when I difficulty finding information or tutorial, and I need a fast, particularly way to understand something. So in those situations, I usually use ChatGPT to help me finding the information or the tutorials that I want. In learning, ChatGPT also very useful for me. When I have difficulty understanding lessons, material, or assessment, I usually ask ChatGPT to explain them until I really understand what is the lesson, materials, or assessment means. For learning English, ChatGPT also helps me a lot, especially in writing and sentence structure. Sometimes I chat with ChatGPT using English, and when my grammar or sentence structure is incorrect, ChatGPT helps me correct my mistakes and explain the correct one so I understand what is correct and what is wrong. And because of that, I can learn which one is correct and improving my skills step by step. In addition, I also sometimes ask ChatGPT to translate words or sentences that I don't understand, which really helps me expand my vocabulary and makes me know what the meaning behind the words or the sentences that I found. In my opinion, ChatGPT is very useful and very flexible to use because I can use it anytime and anywhere, so it's really easy to use. I can ask a question, get explanation, and even practice and improving my English skills with it. However, I also believe that we should not depend too much on AI because AI should only be used as a tool and supporting learning, not to replace our own thinking and effort. So that is my experience in learning and improving my English using ChatGPT and how it helps me in my learning process. Okay, now I will share my experience of using ChatGPT as a tool for speaking practice. In my opinion, speaking is one of the most challenging and also very important in learning English because it requires not only vocabulary but also our confidence and fluency. When I was practice speaking with ChatGPT, of course there are both advantage and also challenge in there. The advantage is that it's very easy to access anytime and anywhere and very easy to use. You can just download it in Play Store or going to their web. However, sometimes ChatGPT may not clearly understand what I say and might misinterpret some words that I pronounce. But for me, ChatGPT is still interesting and enjoyable to use for speaking practice. Why? Maybe because I'm someone who really likes to tell stories, especially about things that I like. So when I practice speaking with ChatGPT, I can express my thoughts and stories while learning at the same time. That's why I found it really interesting and enjoyable, also fun. Because that makes the learning process feel more fun and engaging. I used to talk about many topics with ChatGPT, such as my hobbies, my favorite Japanese idols, my favorite films, and also my interest in Japanese fashion magazine. And I also talk about my first time entering college, how I feel. So talking about something that I like makes me feel more comfortable and also confident when practicing English. When I practice speaking with ChatGPT, I told ChatGPT to give me a questions and then I try to answer them as if I am having a real conversation with people. This helps me improve my fluency and also train my thinking in English. But however, there are also some challenges, of course. For example, like when ChatGPT is not a real human, so sometimes the instruction feels less human, less natural to compare to speaking with real people. So overall, I think in my opinion, ChatGPT is very helpful and useful AI in improving my English and speaking practice. I personally will continue using ChatGPT for speaking practice with also practicing with real people or real human so it can be balancing and I can improve my speaking skill more effectively. The reason why I want to continue using ChatGPT for speaking practice is because it gives me a comfortable space to practice, build my confidence, improves my fluency, and helps me express my thoughts in English. And it's so interesting and fun too. Because when I use ChatGPT for speaking practice, I can choose the topic by myself, so the learning become more fun and interesting for me. It is also very flexible because I can use it anytime and anywhere. Although ChatGPT has some limitation, I believe ChatGPT is still a AI that's very helpful and useful for learning. I also have a personal goal to practice speaking with ChatGPT. I told myself at least I practice once a day or one topic per day to keep improving my English step by step. Okay, this is the end of my video presentation about my experiences using ChatGPT for learning and speaking practice. I hope my story can give you an overview of how AI works and can support language learning, especially in improving English skills. Okay everyone, thank you for watching this video. I hope this video can useful and helpful for you all. And I'm sorry if there is any mistakes that I made. Have a nice day. Bye bye. See you in the next video.